Hello, welcome back to my next video on Vedic astrology. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the effects of Jupiter transit with regard to all the people in the world who have their moon in Pisces or Meena Rasi. Jupiter, which was in your fifth sign from the moon is your first sign whenever we read the moon sign based transit predictions. So this is your first house, then second, third, and fourth, and fifth. Over here, Cancer. Jupiter was here during the last transit. Currently, he is in Leo, which happens to be your sixth house. There are two things that you should remember whenever you study the results of Jupiter transit. One is to look out for where Saturn is placed. If Saturn is auspiciously placed, then a challenging Jupiter transit is not that bothersome. You don't have to worry so much about it. But if Saturn is also badly placed, like in this case, Saturn is in the ninth house, a bad spot for Saturn to be in with regard to transit results. So during such a time, when Jupiter also moves in an unfavorable house like this, sixth house, then you will be subjected to more challenges. One of the classical textbooks, Phaladipika, says that if Jupiter is going over your sixth house, you will have trouble through your enemies. Very easy to understand this because the sixth house is normally referred as the house of disease, deaths, and enemies. So you will have problem through your enemies, competitors, anybody who wishes you bad luck. It may be the onset of diseases or ailments, and there is a possibility of quarrel with your own people, kith and kin, especially your cousins. Whenever you read the results of Jupiter transit, you must always have a look at the Ashtakavarga of Jupiter. In case you do not have the Ashtakavarga of Jupiter, you can generate it using a computer software. And once that is done, please find out how many points Jupiter obtained in Leo, in this particular sign, the sixth house. The score can be anywhere from 0 to 8. 0 means it's going to be really challenging, and from 4 onwards it gets better. 5, 6, good and very good. 7 and 8, you get very good results, excellent results, in which case you don't even have to consider the fact that Jupiter is moving over your sixth house. In any case, it means that even if there are enemies and if they give you trouble, you will overcome them if the points here is more than 4. When Saturn is badly placed in transit like right now in the ninth house, and Jupiter is also badly placed, it's better to do both the remedies. That is, the remedy is connected to Saturn and the remedy is connected to Jupiter. Saturn is related to Saturdays and Jupiter is related to Thursdays. So try to reach out to God on these 2 days. Do a lot of charity on these 2 days. In general, if Jupiter is badly placed, there will be problems connected to people and things and products that are related to Jupiter. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that you must know what are the significations of Jupiter and use that knowledge to find out from where you may encounter the problems during this transit. For example, if you know that Jupiter rules the liver and in general the glands, you might have problems due to the glands. We are anyway expecting health problems, so we're trying to connect the health problem to Jupiter. Similarly, the sixth house is called the house of debts, financial difficulties, and Jupiter is anyway the Karakataka for finance. Those who are already going through a debt problem, you might find that this year it gets a lot more challenging, and in most cases the banks may take a tough stance on you. During times like this, our minds change in accordance to the transits of planets, and we behave in a different way. To stop that, the ancient seers of India suggested that you approach gurus, teachers, consultants, bow down to them and seek their blessings and knowledge. That way you can prevent the problems that are related to Jupiter. By doing such things, whatever you do, try your best to do it whenever opportunity arises, or at least on Thursdays. The recitation of the mantra Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, this mantra, which you can obviously download from the internet, most probably you already know this. It is better to recite this at least 9 times on every Thursday. The ideal being 108 times, but the general complaint is 108 times takes a long time. In any case, you do not have to worry so much because Jupiter transit only is applicable for 1 year, and this transit is applicable only until next year, August 11th. And after that, Jupiter is turning very positive for 1 year. It's the very nature of existence that we do not have good times continuously or bad times continuously. Everything is in a state of change, and it's like saying that let everyone get a chance. So this transit is favorable for 5 Rashi people, and that means that they have their time right now, and after this transit it will be your time. And one more thing is that whenever the transits are bad, you don't have to worry so much. The main point is that you should do all the remedies on time, in the right dosage, in accordance to your position in the society. And 2 is that have a look at your entire horoscope, the dasha and bhukti that you're undergoing, and there's a 50-50 chance that you might be in a good dasha and bhukti. You will not feel the effect of Jupiter being in the 6th house in transit. The dasha and bhukti is usually more stronger than the transit. The only time transits get stronger than the dasha and bhukti is usually during the 7.5 year Saturn, or the Ashtama Shani phase, which is when Saturn is in the 8th from the moon. In case you're also running a bad bhukti, which is a sub period, in that case this Jupiter transit is going to be really challenging. If that is true, then surrender to God and gurus and keep praying every day, and I'm confident the troubles will be minimized to the barest level possible. I'm sure you have gained some knowledge by watching this video, and in case you have any doubts, please type them out in the comment section, and whenever I find the time, I'll answer them for you.